We are back on center stage with one of our authors, and so I encourage you to come and have a seat and listen to a nice casual conversation that we're going to have with one of our authors who's here today, who's written a comic. Donc, pour les gens qui sont dans la salle, je vous invite à venir à la scène principale si vous voulez venir écouter un petit peu une conversation qu'on va avoir avec un de nos auteurs qui est ici aujourd'hui, qui a écrit une bande dessinée. Alors, on va s'amuser, on va avoir du plaisir. L'entrevue va être en anglais, so this interview will be in English. Hello, so today we are with Santhosh Christudas and his wife Nikki. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you. It's an honor.
Now, this is your first comic.
Yes.
And you have created this fantastic character here called Troll Cat. Yeah. And it's just tell us more about what we're going to find as we open the books of this open the pages of this book.
Well, you're going to find a very mischievous cat who kind of like gets away with a lot of things just because he's a cat. You know.
I'd like to point out that he's drinking wine on the cover.
Yes, because the reason he's drinking the wine is because you know, when you get on an airplane, they seize everything, right? If it's 100 milliliters or more, they seize everything, right? So he has to drink the entire like 1 liter bottle of wine, so they don't take it.
Yes, if you can see the security guard here who's quite upset.
Yes.
Now you're also an illustrator.
Yes,
am I correct?
I illustrated and wrote the book as well. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yes. Where did you get your inspiration?
Well, one of the characters, of course, just happens to be my wife, Nikki.
And then we'll open the page because I think the illustration is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Here is cartoon Nikki beside real life Nikki.
And the guy is supposed to kind of be like me, but I don't mention any names, so I stay safe.
Here, Nikki, cartoon Nikki looks quite angry, but real life Nikki looks so happy. She's radiant.
That's only on stage. Not in real life. Yes.
Okay, so tell us more about your sources of inspiration.
Just the day-to-day life, like whether it's going to Tim's, and I used to work at Tim Hortons, so there's a comic where a guy, well, this happened in real life, a guy just came in and he wanted to order like, oh, can you get me half coffee, half decaf, put a bit of a shot of espresso in it and mix it all around. And I'm like, okay. You know?
I am that person. Tell me more.
And then, in real life, I would of course have to do it, but in the comic, the cat just stares at him, like, really? And he stares at him so long, and eventually he just says, you know what, just make it flat. Just make it regular.
So the cat wins.
And then, yes, the cat wins.
Cat stares are powerful.
They are.
Cats are magical, mystical creatures.
I know. We have 3 cats at home ourselves right now, and like they get away with so much. They can tear up furniture, and they're so cute. So I always imagine, well, how would that be if a cat could actually talk with humans and like interact with actual real life? And you know, he has his own journey. He's a bit of an addict, alcoholic.
Okay.
So I hope more people can relate with it in a funny, humorous way.
Yeah.
As well.
It's non-threatening because it's a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it's sort of putting to light conversations that are difficult, you know, mental health issues and things that people are struggling with, and you're trying to have people be able to have these conversations in a non-threatening manner with a little bit of humor, perhaps.
Yes. Like I'm a big fan of like the old school comics, like Calvin and Hobbes, Garfield, and I'm also like a fan of the Family Guy, those kind of things. So I'm trying to kind of merge those together. So I think teenagers and their parents can relate to it, because it is a difficult time. I remember my teenage years, I was kind of like going through that adolescence, like thankfully I wasn't too rowdy, but well, you have to ask my parents to find the full story, but you know, like, so I hope people can relate to it.
During your adolescence, you were drawing and doing art and drawing up a storm all the time.
Yes. Yeah, so my father would say kind of like, oh, is that what you're going to do with your life, you know? So I put a lot of my serious issues into comics and humor, so more people can relate with it. You know, that's situational comedy, or whatever struggles they're going to, they can relate with the character.
Yeah, and using your real life examples.
Yes.
You mentioned your father, and you have a book here that you brought today that is your father's book. Can you tell us about your dad's book here and sort of what his inspiration is in your life as an author and as an illustrator?
So it's oddly enough, my father actually got me to publish my first book. He was the one who really pushed me because he saw I was very talented in my cartooning. So he said, you know, you should publish your book. And then just a year later, he published his first book. So we inspired each other.
That's amazing.
Yes,
I love that story.
Yeah, so my father is a very good professional photographer. He goes around the world and he captures dancers around the world in different environments. So as you can see here, we have male and female dancers and dressed in beautiful...
They're beautiful photographs.
Yes.
For those who are walking around the expo, there's just stunning photographs of dancers who are just caught in the moment or doing elaborate poses in beautiful settings. Wow, where is that?
This one is in This one is in Kerala. A lot of the photos are in Kerala.
Wow.
Kerala is a very beautiful part of India. It's in the southern part. It's very natural. So a lot of the photographs there are natural, but it's also to stir up the environmental awareness as well, to inspire people to keep their area clean. So that's one way of, because one of the issues right now in India, unfortunately, is that it's not as clean as we would like it to be. But we have so much beauty in nature. So hopefully, these kind of books, that's why you call it environmental dance. So to give people an awareness about the environment and these beautiful dancers that are, like if you have clutter all over, the dancers can't dance, right? If there's garbage all over.
Absolutely. I mean, there's such important issues, and I find that quite often it's the artists who are going to raise awareness on societal issues and environmental impacts and whatnot.
Oh, yes.
And it's often through art, whether it be dance, photography, visual arts, writing, even through making jewelry or whatnot. We have an artist here who has beads that she gathers from all around the world. It's raising social awareness.
Yes.
It's bringing people together through, common language and common images. Your work is so important.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it. And you're absolutely right. Because there was a time when in India, like a lot of people dirty up the walls a bit. So what the government decided to do is to draw beautiful art all over that wall. And you know what happened? People did not touch that wall. It stayed the cleanest wall because the art was so beautiful.
Yeah.
People were inspired to keep it clean.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Never underestimate the power of art, the power of your creative ideas, of your originality as well, and of the messages that you have to say and that you want to give.
Yes.
And you do this with your art. Thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Nikki, did you want to add a few words?
I would like to put in a plug for my father-in-law's book, Environmental Dance, that not only is the book beautiful, but people can purchase individual prints of the photo in larger size for the wall. Because it's not always easy to have a book propped open to the page that you would like, and you want to
make a beautiful gallery wall.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I just also, if I may.
Absolutely.
My father-in-law is inspiring me to take up photography.
That's amazing.
He has a classes he teaches online as well.
Okay.
It's called Mirage Institute, where he teaches people photography. And also I wanted to give a quick plug to Ottawa Books, who helped me publish my first book. And Raymond Samuels in particular, who's organizing this entire Ottawa Book Expo, who, he got me through the whole technical process. And as an artist or a writer or a photographer, it can be, the technical side can be very hard.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody like Ottawa Books, they can guide you through it, like whether it's getting the ISBN number or getting your book in stores, all those things. So I'm very thankful for them for organizing this and giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. And it creates community, connection, artists helping each other out. Sunny, before we go, what are you working on next?
It will be the return of Trollcat.
The return of Trollcat 2.
Yes, because at the end of the book, he kind of gets thrown out of the house because of his drinking. So he has to go and live with his friends, and he finds out his alcoholic friends, it's a beaver and a moose, right? They're living in a tree, literally a tree. So he used to abuse the people that he lived with before, the guy and the woman, but now he's learning the hard way how important it is to have that family. So yeah, so hopefully he'll return and we'll see what happens.
So deep down, what you're telling us is this cat has he's got a good heart.
Yeah.
He's going to find his way in his path.
Yes.
Okay, we look forward to reading the adventures of Troll Cat. Sunny, Nikki, thank you so much for being here, and good luck with creating the next chapters of your beautiful art.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Logan. Take care. Thanks. Thank you.